Ford open.
I got 2 twin Glocks strapped to my hip. One for the ops, one for the dip. Got the drip on me, and she take a sip. Doing shit you never see, like a Juno crib. Got a shorty in the club, going dumb. Pour another drink from the night till the wine. Party all night, getting lit till the sun. Doing shit for fun, throw another one. Hey, I got 2 twin Glocks.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Dreams Not Fame podcast with your boy, the Hype Man. It's been 2 months since I've been doing the podcast. I've been busy. It's been a lot of bullshit, car accidents, the whole fucking 9 yards. But we're not here for me today. Got my boy Hage in the building, man. What's good with my guy?
How y'all doing?
We are good, man. We are good. I'm glad to have you as my first guest back in 2 months, man.
It's good, man.
How you living, man? How's your mental?
No pressure.
No pressure whatsoever. I've been in pressure situations, boy, but nothing like this, man. This is where I've really honed a lot of things, man. But first things first, right here on the Dreams Not Fame podcast, first thing we ever asked about, how's your mental today, bro?
My mental, man, it's sharp. I had a good workout. I spent a lot of time outside today already, so, you know, that's a good way to...
Oh, man.
I got my vitamin D in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling good, you know. Got me a little cardio.
I feel you, bro, because I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little jealous because I saw something on Instagram today because we both got the hairs, bro, but... You had the sunroof down. You had the little bask in the wind with your hair today.
I was wilding, bro. I was in the car, man. I was just like, man, it's a beautiful day. And I got leather seats, so I drive a 97 BMW M3. So
I got 2018 BMW 530e.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Bro, let's go. I'm looking at a new joint. I needed something a little bit more modern. My AC's busted.
But here's the thing about BMWs that people don't understand. Once you get a Beamer, you can't go back.
I've only ever owned Beamers.
I only ever owned Beamers too. The reason the car accident was my first Beamer.
Damn, bro. I mean, at least you made it a while though.
Here's the thing about Beamers that people need to understand is that you need to learn how to get value off your Beamer.
Oh yeah.
Do not buy a new Beamer.
Oh yeah.
Buy a used Beamer and make sure the mileage to the ratio is right. I always tell people, I got lucky. I got lucky during COVID with my Beamer because of the fact Trump was cutting down prices and that 1400 came in.
It was sweet, bro.
Oh.
It was sweet to start, man. And for real, the thing about BMWs is like if in your search, most people just want to get into one.
Yes.
And so like they'll overlook a lot of red flags. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? We need a red flag sound.
I have, this is going on my dream board. Red flag sound. We need like something here.
A red flag sound, like something like that. But anyways, yeah. So you overlook it as long as you get one that's been maintained, that has all the major maintenance done.
Yes.
And it's like at 150,000 miles, like the junk's gonna last to 350.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. I've really been looking at, I really want a 90s Beamer.
Yeah.
I want my birthday Beamer. I want a 93 Beamer, which is hard to find, of course. But I really want to do that because it's just not, Beamers is just, I saw an old school, I forget what movie I watched, but I saw an old school Beamer. You know how the 2 headlights and the U in the front, old school jump?
Yep. I had 2 of those, man. First one I bought had major red flags. I drove to Philly with my boy because the dude was selling it for like $700. I was like, all right.
Oh, that's a red flag.
Sus.
Hold up. Let me see if I can. Nope. That is not the sound.
Actually, that's a good one to intro the story since it's like a flashback.
Okay.
So the year is 2016. Nah, I'm playing. It was probably like 2014. But anyways, you drove to Philly, man, and one of the brake lines were rusted through. Mm-hmm. So like technically it was not a good idea to drive that car back. I was all kinds of stuff. When I got into the car, it was a piece of work. The whole frame rail was rusted behind the core support where the radiator is. Mm-hmm. Anyways, man, take your time. Take your time
on your Beamers, guys. I will tell you about the new ones. I'm gonna tell you how they get you. All right.
Yeah.
Make sure you have the premium package on your Beamer. That's how you get the sunroof, all the get-go, the head display. Make sure
it can't be much more.
It's like a $2,500 package, but sometimes a lot of these, and guys, there's another hint too. A lot of these resellers don't know what's inside a Beamer. Yeah. They do not know certain things that come inside Beamer, and they think, oh, this is premium. I'm like, oh no, I'm missing 1 or 2 things. That's not premium. That's just like another subpar package.
It's just premium for most people.
It's just premium.
They cool with it. They coming from a Civic.
Oh yeah,
and nothing wrong with the Civic.
Oh no, hey, I had a Hyundai Elantra, and that's not a Civic. It's a great car. It got me to A to B. And when baby broke down, it was time to go.
Now my brother has one. They cool. They cool. But yeah, man. So all
right. Besides the Bimmer Talk, man, I got you on this podcast for mainly two things. I saw two things. You're a fitness coach.
Yep.
And you are a chef, a fitness chef as well.
So I'm actually I'm a fitness coach.
Yes.
And I partnered with a classically trained culinary chef out of CIA.
Okay.
That's my partner, Jazz West, and Fitness Feast.
Okay.
So we work together on pretty much building the frameworks of what the meal should look like. Here are the macro contents. Here's da-da-da. And she went to town on creating hundreds of recipes.
Word.
And then we just dropped them. So I coded and built the website, and then kept, updating the website. And I was pretty much all the business side. And I'm Caribbean, so like I have a palate.
Are you Jamaican?
Trinidadian.
I'm part Jamaican, part Cameroonian. My wife's Cameroonian. So I feel you. I
got a cousin that's Jamaican, a cousin-in-law who's Jamaican. I'm pretty sure you don't identify as Jamaican anymore, man. He's all Trini now. Look, ain't no shade of Jamaicans, man. Jamaicans go hard too. So
Nah, we go hard in paint. I will honestly say there's two things you don't want to mix around with the islanders or in the Caribbean more or less, or in Africa is how you cook your rice.
Oh yeah.
How you cook a rice means everything. It means a very long way, bro.
It's everything, man.
Oh man.
When I went to college, it was kind of wild to me. I actually didn't know that a rice cooker existed until like sophomore year of college. I didn't know a rice cooker was a thing. I actually had no idea how to use it.
It was just in the pot. Is what mom did.
And the crazy part is, bro, I was clowned for not knowing how to use a rice cooker, and I believed it for a little bit. And I was like, wait, hold on a second, you don't know how to cook rice in a pot?
See how simplified life has been. In the years.
Crazy.
It's so freaking crazy. But nah, I know that you had to be you're a fitness nut before the cooking got in the way, correct?
Yep.
So what is your journey becoming a fitness coach? Because I saw a little bit. You had a little one kegger. I ain't gonna lie. I had one too. But what got you to this point right now?
Man, falling in love with the process, really.
Oh man.
It's like there's so many like hot phrases now that I try not to say, but that's one that's really made a difference for me, because I've had my ups and downs with motivation and like my productivity in the industry. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten busy. We opened a restaurant, Jazz and I did. And so that took a lot of my time. Is that
Bourbon Kitchen?
Yeah.
See, look, I was going to ask you about that too.
Yeah.
But I saw you say you were a mixologist on there. So I was like, I don't know if he's an owner or he just say I'm a mixologist because I don't want the owner cred.
Yeah.
We're going to hop into that a little bit later. But go ahead with your fitness. Go ahead.
But yeah, man. So I got into it because I was actually looking around at my family. You know what I'm saying? In the Caribbean, it's, health is kind of... It's taboo to talk about being healthy and make healthy food decisions.
Man, in the black community in general is a very, very...
In the black community,
they look at you differently if you become a vegan in the black community.
I was vegan for like 3 months. I almost got disowned.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I almost got disowned. They were like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah." They were so offended.
I tried to tell my parents one day I'm not going to eat pork. Right, I'm not going, because JC was like, no pork on my fork. I'm like, yeah, no more pork on my fork. All that stuff. My dad made ribs. It didn't last long.
It's a wrap, man. And porks, they a little nasty. So if you decided to cut it out,
if you cut it out, it ain't too bad. Like I don't have it a lot now. It's like a summer treat because it's summertime. It's summertime,
bro. Pork belly, man. Some nice ribs, bro.
Bruh.
Oh my god.
All right, we getting off hands. So you fell in love with the process.
Yep. So fell in love with the process, man. So my what actually happened was what made me get my certification and really dive into like helping other people. My mom got breast cancer, and I didn't really know how to cope with it. I kind of went through like a depression that summer. I lost the relationship that I was in. I kind of lost a lot of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like my motivation, like my purpose. I was completely consumed with the idea of losing her, right? And so what I ended up doing, obviously it's in my family, it's in my genetics, so I freaked out. I started looking, how do I help prevent this, antioxidants and da-da-da. And I've been a lifetime athlete, so I've always, worked out, exercise and stuff like that. But it wasn't until like my mom got cancer that I started taking up the nutrition stuff. And being smarter, you know what I'm saying? And then it just kind of took off from there. I just kept moving, kept getting stronger and staying with it.
How do you so you fell in love with the process. Do you like coaching more or do you like working on your personal stuff more now?
Man, I got to say, like, it's actually a combination of both. Mm-hmm. I like to coach by doing. I like to teach by doing. Mm-hmm. So the better that I get personally, individually, the more value I can demonstrate as a coach. Mm-hmm. So for me, I love working on my own individual, like, you know what I'm saying, process and my gains and all that kind of stuff. And then I could take that into my clients, no problem.
Word. All right, so every gym rat got a favorite workout. What's yours?
My favorite workout, like exercise?
Exercise, it could be anything.
Or like leg day, something like that?
It could be leg day, which a lot of people say hump day is the leg day. I'm like, I'm a chest guy. I like chest Mondays. Chest Mondays is always a...
Chest is probably one of my favorite groups to train. It wasn't always that way. I had to convince myself to like training chest, like my shoulders. I didn't really fuck with upper body.
I loved it. I loved everything. What I don't do now, I don't do a lot of overhead deadlifts or overhead. I forget what
overhead squats.
Squats and stuff like that. I don't do squat. I'm just getting back into squats. I stopped doing squats about 8 years ago.
Squats is everything, man.
I do jiu-jitsu, so
you're fine.
I'm fine with that. I run a lot, and I mean, I'm just getting back into working my legs and just getting bigger in that sense. So I understand it's necessary because I don't want to be the guy that's too top tall and then you got shrimp for legs. Like I don't want to be like that. I mean,
that's the thing, man. A lot of people don't realize like skipping leg day is probably the worst thing you could do. Most adrenaline is released, the most testosterone is released because more of your body is stimulated when you're doing leg day exercises, squats and stuff like that. Massive compound moves. So you torching calories, you increasing testosterone, so the rest of your body's gonna grow.
Yeah, word. Yeah. Nah, I feel it, man, because I think that the leg day is different for me, because I never really liked the squat like that. It wasn't squats. It was just really deadlift. Yeah. It was really just deadlift. I didn't understand like the flick of the wrist, all that stuff. Like nothing like that. Yeah. But it is what it is. You're completely fine, man. You're a guest on the podcast. It's complete. I got the time wrong. I should be doing this at 8 o'clock. You are completely fine. I realized this as soon as I was like, know what? But you are fine. Your locks are beautiful. You have a wonderful evening, okay?
They really are.
Thank you very much. Next time I'll come and join you.
There you go. Hey,
What's it called?
Dreams Not Fame Podcast. Dreams Not Fame Podcast.
Love it.
Thank you.
That's it.
Have a nice one. See, look, I even told my camera guy, I was like, I did not realize when I first started doing my podcast a couple months ago, right? Yeah. My podcast was primarily in the fall, winter. Yeah. No one be coming through here like that.
It's dead.
And now I was like, it's June 15th. Pool open. I'm next to the damn pool.
It's over, man. It's over. It's traffic
so
here.
I'm so sorry about that, man. I'm making all mandatory 8 o'clock now. All mandatory.
That's it.
But continue to spill. She was a beautiful, beautiful queen through.
She was, man. Her locks were tight.
Oh my God.
I was just clowning somebody for having some loose locks, man. Look, if you're gonna have locks, you gotta commit.
I'm in that process right now. I'm in the ODB phase. Ooh. It's that whole
it's
rough. I'm happy I work from home.
Yeah.
Because if I was in the office, I can't get ready with head wraps like y'all females can. I can't. You can probably do it sometimes.
I can pull it off.
You can pull it because they see your long hair. Like, he just want to have it up for the day. That's fine.
That's it.
I can't. I just can't. So I'm happy. They don't see my screen. The picture I have on my Slack. And all my meetings, it's like a picture with me with my haircut, like legit haircut. It's clean cut.
So they see a picture, they think it's what you look like.
Oh, yeah. If I put my face on the thing right now, they'd be like, "What the?"
They don't know you scrubbed out right now.
Nah, they don't. It's all good. It's all nice. But
they don't got
what you were saying.
Nah, man. So yeah, this leg day, I say I love kind of pushing myself, and for me, like my goal of fitness is ever ending, or it's never ending. I'm gonna be forever pushing to be the strongest that I can ever be.
Word.
You know what I mean? Without getting hurt, and that's really important.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. I've really felt like, for me in general. See, look, like I said, we're gonna have visitors come throughout the hallways, bro. But it's
good.
I made my bed with it. That this is gonna be family oriented show today.
That's shit. That's it, bro. And honestly, like, look, it's more organic that way.
There you go.
That's it. You ain't got a bunch of...
I was telling him last time I came here with my last photographer. Shout out to I'm not Dreams Not Fame. Light Visions. Shout out to Light Vision Studios. Yeah. There was a group of black people came through, saw the setup. They were like, "Hey, can you take our picture?" And we all like, nah. It ain't one like that. But I remember as soon as they left, I told them, I was like, I should have told them, you charge $300. You could go out there and got an extra $300.
You got the lamp, you know what I'm saying?
Like, They were trying to do that real quick. They were trying to, you know how young kids trying to stunt.
That's it.
But nah, let's get back to
Lex. Need something for the gram.
Oh yeah, need something for the gram. Always trying to hop in the new whip, and someone like, hey sir, can I get in your car? No.
Everybody like to feel a little famous, man.
I feel it though.
Yeah.
I understand because it's Instagram, TikTok. Everybody got something, so everybody wants to be somebody. And
that's why I love. That's why I love the name of the podcast alone. You know what I mean? Like, Dreams Not Fame. So many people are going for fame.
Yes.
You know, you're gonna lose yourself doing that. Unless you really have a talent, you know what I'm saying, a skill like that, and you just go viral off nothing, like, that's different. But like, even then, like, fame is a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to work before you get famous, you're not gonna be able to keep it.
Man.
Keep you alive.
Nah, I don't think that with dreams with fame you can rest on your laurels a little bit and you come content with what you're around. With dreams, they're ever changing. With dreams, they're ever evolving, not involving, and they always grow. So I always tell people all the time that, hey, this is what. At Dreams Not Fame, when I made that name change, because originally I Need Food, it was something that I actually got it from a shirt, and I revamped the words I want. Cause I love the way dreams work. Like, Dreams and Nightmares, Meek Mill's one of my favorite songs, so it's kind of ode to that as well. Like, it's really dreams and fucking nightmares out here.
Straight up.
But nah, man. But
everybody goes crazy to that song too.
Everybody goes fucking crazy. Philly go crazy for that shit.
Philly goes crazy.
Philly go fucking crazy for it. But you're talking about being what's called athlete, been always an athlete, being a fitness coach, always being fitness, your best day. You said chest day is not your favorite day.
Chest day is not necessarily my favorite day.
Okay.
I would say it has to be legs, man. I love jumping. I'm a runner. I used to be a runner.
All right.
Yeah, I hate running, but I it's weird. I'm a sprinter. You know?
I used to do track. I'm a sprinter. I don't like running long, but I've learned to love and appreciate a 2-3 mile run. I've learned to love it.
When you can lock in on it, you know what I'm saying, and you trained up enough for it, like your knees don't kill you, your feet don't kill you, it's actually incredible.
Oh, man.
The runner's high is
amazing. It's
real.
Freaking amazing. So what weight did you have to go down? Like, because you lost a lot of weight. So how much weight have you lost since your journey?
Man, so I've gone up and down. I say I've been between, like, when I first started, I was actually on the skinnier side. I had a little bit of an eating disorder with binging. And, like, for me, it was I would be really skinny, and then I would fluctuate, and I'd go up like 40 pounds. The heaviest I ever was like 210 at 5'9".
I'm 5'9", 210 right now.
Yeah, but it didn't look good on me.
Okay.
It didn't, like, I was getting hurt and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's probably the heaviest I ever been, and then all the way down to maybe like 140, 150.
I wish I can get down to that weight. It's dedication. It's definitely a dedication to get down to that weight. Yeah. And make that is that your walk around weight right now?
Hell no. My walk around weight is 170.
All right. About to say.
140, man. 150. I wasn't happy. Yeah, like, it's like you're starving. You look like a skeleton.
Yes.
I was shredded.
Yes.
You know, but I'm like, that was at the peak of like my disorder. So
yeah,
it was like it wasn't healthy at all.
Nah, I got down because I do jiu-jitsu. In certain tournaments, you have to lose weight before you compete sometimes.
Yeah.
So I think the lightest I ever got down was 185, and my wife did not love me whatsoever because of the fact that I'm not going to say the second thing, but it was because of the fact that she seemed like I wasn't that happy.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, yeah, because I'm freaking starving over here. Another visit. And they got the little mans. We got the little mans. There's no worries.
He's just saying what's up.
He's just saying what's up. He said, man, I'm just trying to do gang signs on the window real quick. That's all. But nah, damn, I really need to get time. But but we really, in terms of 185, when I got there, my wife was like, nah, you don't look happy. I'm like, yeah, because like your body and your index, I feel like, and please correct me if I'm wrong, your body's so used to a certain weight that when you get down to a lower weight, it's healthy, correct? But your body's like, I need more. Yeah,
I mean, it depends on how you lost that weight, right? And how long it took you. So healthy rate of weight loss is between 1 and 2 pounds a week. So like, if you lost that weight really fast and, you know, poorly, by like starving yourself or something like that, you're going to be deficient, you know what I'm saying, in minerals and vitamins and stuff like that. So you're actually not going to be happy. Your organs aren't going to be functioning 100%, you know what I'm saying? So like, you see it in your face, your skin looks more dull, you know what I'm saying? Like, but if you lose weight, you do it appropriately, you know what I'm saying? You pace it out, you track it, and you're eating good stuff, you know, you're always going to be good.
Speaking of eating, let's get to that eating stuff. So what gave you the idea to run a business of not just bourbon kitchens, because I
Yeah.
need to go out there because I heard great things. One of my homegirls is actually, I think, a bartender for you guys now, Jasmine.
Yeah.
Light skin,
Yep.
red hair.
Yep.
Beautiful chick. Love
She
her to
is,
death.
yeah.
Shout out Jasmine. Love you, girl. But
Oh, yeah.
she just got the job out there. But I've been hearing great things because I heard of you through Christian Reyes.
Yeah.
And he's my boy,
my boy.
he's my boy since middle school. Christian.
Man, Chris knows everybody, man. That shit is crazy. I'm like, Chris, how you know these so many people? I thought I knew a lot of people, man. Chris, you know everybody, bro. What's going on?
No, Chris, my guy, but
Hell yeah.
he got me informed you, and then I started seeing the meal prep and everything like that. So
Yep.
explain that process for us real quick.
Yeah, man, it was really a no-brainer. So the chef that I teamed up with, the reason why we started it, the reason why we caught so much fire to go ahead and start a business was because she started training with me. We worked at a restaurant together in Ashburn called Parallel Wine and Whiskey. You
Okay.
know, she was the AGM up there, and I was a bartender up there. And she was going through some stuff in her life. Everybody does, you know what I'm saying? And she put on some weight. And like, you know, this was before I was already training people at this point, but I had kind of taken a break and focused more on bartending. It was
Word.
more. I took a focus on being toxic. Really, that's what I was.
Look, man, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Because you need good bartenders out here for real.
I'm saying, man, it was a lot of fun, but you know, so I offered my services, you know, pretty much. I was like, yo, Jazz, like, you know, we got good vibes, we got great vibes, matter of fact. And she used to play basketball, all this stuff. So I was like, look, I know, like, I'm trying to, at this point, I hadn't started my own fitness business yet. So I needed to kind of get some testimonials, you know, get some people that I could train for free and then just have like great results and gleaming testimonials. That way the business would grow.
That's how you get the cheddar out here, man. You got to bring out the free stuff first.
Exactly.
Get the results first, guys. This is notes y'all should be taking down.
It's real.
And get the testimonials out there and then the money come in. Not always charge the money first.
You got to put your heart into it too, man.
Yeah.
Because like you have to know over the long term, like you do need to get money. You need to get paid because you have to be able to, you know, provide for your lifestyle, be comfortable, be happy. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff. So if you know, you should limit how much free work you're doing as much as you can. So anyways, with her, it was dope because together we lost 90 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah, lost 90 pounds in the space of about like 10, 11 months.
That's healthy. So 90 pounds together.
Yeah.
That's really healthy. That's like about 10 pounds a month, and it really breaks down 2 pounds a week, like you said.
Yep, 2.5 pounds.
2.5 pounds. Yeah, man, that's pretty good for both of y'all, man.
It was good. I mean, so like, I say we because like she obviously she was doing a lot of the work, but you know, for me, I was very involved in the process with that, and it was weird, man. Like we actually didn't have the idea until she had already lost all the weight, and we were just kind of sitting around with my boy who had started his own business, and he just put all this gas in our tank. Spencer, shout out Spencer, somebody go see him right now. He's the boy that I was telling you that's boys with Marlon. Marlon Craft, so everybody go watch his show. But anyways, Spencer really pushed us. He was like, yo, man, like y'all could do this. It's easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? At this point, I was tired of the industry. I wanted to get out. I was tired of doing coke, being up all night. You know what I'm saying? Like eating like shit. Oh, you said
doing coke?
Doing coke, yeah, man. I was doing drugs, bro. I was drinking. I'm telling you, it was peak toxic, boy, man. So,
hey, bro.
I had to stop it. I had to stop it, man. So I was like, I'm trying to get out of the restaurant business, and I had no plan, and I just jumped, man. I convinced her to jump with me, and then we struggled for, you know, that first year was real rough. You know what I'm saying? Like money wise, we didn't save up, we didn't plan for it. We just kind of took the business to the on the road. You know,
Word.
She lost all this weight. I was like, all right, well, you know, let's pretty much just take what we did with you and then replicate it, make it easy for other people to achieve this. And I'll design, you know, everything. And we got with a graphic designer. She did like all the branding and stuff like that. I built the website, and then we just kept marketing it, growing it out. And then COVID happened, and everybody was like, oh, we need meal delivery. So it was like perfect. We had already been in business before it was cool to start your own business back in 2018.
Yeah.
And so then
So COVID helped you.
It did. At first it was a little sus, you know what I'm saying? Like orders were dropping because everybody was like, I don't know, like who knows how long
we'll be sterile by the time I get to my door. That's
what I'm saying. Like, yeah. And at the same time, people also didn't know how long it was going to last and if they needed to, like, you know, make that change. So it ended up helping us. Yeah. Our sales went up kind of like naturally, organically. Obviously we reinvested in the business, kept building it back. And right now Fitness Feast is actually, it's down because that was like our our trial period, 2 years. So now we've pretty much got proof of concept for the business. We know exactly how to talk to our clientele. I pretty much wanted to build a good product roadmap. And now we're getting ready to seek a round of investment, do a rebrand, and then take the company, nationwide, hopefully, starting coast by coast, and so on and so forth.
East to west, you know how
East to west.
Dude, I've honestly, I'm gonna testify this real quick.
Yeah.
I think all my friends were the smartest ones in the bucket in terms of we capitalized during COVID. We didn't sit on our laurels during COVID. I think a lot of people, we hear about the horror stories of what happened in COVID.
Yep.
I went to Hawaii during COVID. I've seen the other side of like, oh, these people are not really, or these people are actually not really doing too well, because you know how island life is. It's really like everything's skyrocketed over there. So you see a lot of the poverty and everything like that. You've seen around from time to time around here too. Yeah. But everyone I talk to, everyone I've been on this show have said, nah, COVID helped. COVID said, oh, it gave me a chance to reset, sit back. I'm like, all right, now I can full-fledged push what I need to push out. Yeah. And that's what you're saying, you reaping the benefits of that. You about to rebrand, about to restock that. And then on top of that, you can kind of sell it off with Bourbon Kitchen. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, it's been, I'm just trying to practice gratitude, man, because it's honestly, it's awesome to, everything kind of just catches you. You know, when you work so hard, you keep your head down. There's a lot of nights where I would just be up until the crack of dawn, and like I never made money on the business. You know, we always put the money right back into the business, and neither did Jazz. So like it really was like a lot of free work for us, but we knew that it would pay off in the long run. And a lot of like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. nights just up coding, like trying to get a feature to work properly to help, make ordering easier or something like that. And man, like I'll say I wasn't as productive during COVID as I could have been. Don't say that.
But that's just because I'm a Capricorn. I'm like I go hard. I'm disciplined. Like I'm hungry. Like the ambition is strong in me. You know what I'm saying? So all that time in my own house, in my own space, while I did come out with a lot of cool things, a lot of like good opportunities and awesome experiences with new businesses, it wasn't like being home so much really affected my social ability, my networking. You know what I'm saying? Like just how I build the business. So I've been kind of, rebuilding since COVID finished. Nah, man, I definitely understand that, because you said it boomed. It boomed for you. Yep. But you taking the right steps of like, a lot of people don't understand. You gotta eat a lot of shit. Yeah. To taste some good roses. Like it testifies to that. But when I'm really applauding you, man, because that shit is hard. I appreciate that. That shit is really hard. Not only just being the fitness coach, but it's like, no, I'm gonna come out with meal plans, and you stroke whatever when the iron was hot. Yeah. Because of COVID, and that's very interesting. And then during COVID, or was it just when COVID was ending, you opened up Bourbon Kitchen? Yeah, so Bourbon, that's something that opened January this year. Okay. So yeah, pretty much like at the agreed end of COVID for everybody, even though COVID's still out there. But like we've been working on that concept probably a year ago this time, maybe even like May is when we first came on with them. So it's a group of investors, of course, that found Jazz and I. They actually found Jazz. They knew Jazz, and then Jazz brought me on because we were already business partners. We already had like experience working in a restaurant together, so it made sense. You know, it was kind of like a slam dunk. Even though you wanted out of the restaurant business, you got back into the restaurant business. Yes, because I wanted to be in different shoes, and that was a big thing. If I was like beholden to working shifts to provide for a living, I didn't want to do that because I knew that it would make me spiral, because that's what happened last time. But if I could come back as like a part owner, as a somebody that's leading the development of the business, that's something that excites me. That's what I stepped away to do. So now I can come back and say, hey, I've built websites, I've worked on logistics, delivery logistics, and just business operations in general, and then now I can apply that. Gotcha. And I can do it with stuff that I already used to do in the past, and just do it better. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I think right around the time Bourbon Kitchen hit up, I actually hit you up. Oh, I hit you up around that time, and I understood. I was like, it might be a shot in the dark,
but you were busy at the time doing all the other things. So I completely understand that.
Yeah, it was wild, man. It was so like for the first 6 weeks, I actually didn't realize until we had a meeting about it that I had to take time off.
Because you were just hard.
I was averaging 80 hours a week, and I wasn't taking any days off because I was just, trying to get it off the ground. It was tough how we kind of got into that restaurant setup. It was with a group. It was one of the investors, the prime investor, didn't have experience in the industry. So it was like, not only are we trying to do everything under the sun to open a restaurant, we're also trying to explain why / how we're doing certain things so that it makes sense to them. And one of the people that we had a part of the project to be the GM of the project actually didn't have experience in the industry either. So that kind of made it a little bit tough on me, since Jazz was focused on like the food stuff,
of course,
all the back of house stuff. For me, it's like, okay, well, I had to try and teach him how to, be front of house, and a bunch of stuff happened, and it's the restaurant industry, really volatile stuff happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
80 hours is actually the norm.
Oh yeah.
For a manager in a restaurant, it's like 80 to 85 hours. You're doing 10-hour days.
And what sucks about it is that, restaurant managers on average are making 50 bands. And like 50, 55 bands, stuff
unless
like that.
Unless you're AGM or GM.
Yeah, even then, like you're making 65, 75, depending on your experience, maybe 80, 85 if you're a GM. But, you got to have some good experience. And even then, like if they're paying you in the upper range of GM salaries, they're expecting you to be there. You know what I mean? Like they want you to treat it like it's your baby. Yeah. And rightly so. I get it.
And rightly so. I definitely get it.
Yeah.
I get it definitely for the mom and pop. I don't get it for the chain restaurants, because it's like this. It's like a cycling machine. Yeah. Most of the time, like you can, all right, there's a GM, there's a GM, there's a GM. It's really like not your baby. It's just a job. Exactly. Meanwhile, you have your own restaurant when you have your own store. That's a baby. That's what you see grow, the kind of thing.
It's unfortunate, man. The turnover is built into the industry.
Yes.
So it's like, because we understand that turnover is built into the industry, a lot of owners, investors, and managing partners and stuff like that will kind of treat people that way, knowing that they will need to be replaced at some point because the industry is volatile. People burn out. You know what I mean? You're not paying them enough, and they're working crazy. They don't see their family. They don't. You know what I'm saying? My dog was depressed. He hated me. He wasn't trying to fuck with me at all. Shout out Zeke. We got a great relationship now. You know what I'm saying? So like stuff like that, man. And so, that's when I stepped back into, obviously it was like bartender, left, came back, beverage director, and really like front of house director. Now I'm working on the next concept that's going to be in Philly with a different investment group. And every time I do a new one, I'm trying to do a little bit better, trying to do a little bit differently. So this time I want to see if we can kind of disrupt the industry in that way, where it's like, we'll pay you guys more. We know you have to be here. Your hours are non-negotiable. Like you're gonna be here a shitload, whether we pay you 50 or 60. You know what I'm saying? But having like work-life balance be a priority for every other industry but restaurants, that's got to change, man.
It definitely has to change. There's definitely a reason why I got burnt out and I left.
Yeah, man.
It sucks. I really don't think that a lot of people take credit for the servers and the service stuff like that, but I want to key in on something really quick. I pick apart people's conversations, and I like to explore some things. So you're saying you're trying a different concept with a different restaurant back in Philly.
Yep. So this one's going to be like a cloud kitchen concept. So I got approached by a friend of mine whose cousin was open. Their family's been in the restaurant industry for a long time, and his cousin, she's like retiring from being from her practice, a nursing practice, and she's like selling her practice and stuff like that.
Nice.
And she's kind of stepping into restaurants and stuff. And they reached out to me. They want to do a cloud kitchen concept, essentially. So that's like where, you can, as a chef or as like a caterer, you can rent kitchen space and then have a storefront that you sell food out of. And then there's like a kind of a common area, cafeteria style, with a bar, like it's a bar-centric location. So the bar is actually owned by the actual cloud kitchen business itself. We would employ the bartenders, the bar managers and all that kind of stuff, but everybody else would just be renters. All the food, they would just be renters. So they would rent out a kitchen space depending on what size they needed, what equipment they needed. You know, different stations.
So different flavors for different days.
Yeah, and they're outfitted with different stuff. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of these concepts that are doing well right now. So we're gonna try and kind of innovate a little bit. I'm hoping to do obviously like a live music component to it with a little stage. And I actually want to do a fun zone, like Funland kind of thing in the back, so people can bring their kids. They can meet their friends out, and it could be like a whole experience. You know what I'm saying? Your kids are over there playing in the Sky Zone, and they doing go-karts and all this kind of crazy stuff, and you over here with your friends vibing. So we're excited for that one. It's gonna be dope.
Is that more of a northern concept? I would not say northern, but north concept, like Philly, New York, kind of that kind of concept? Because that hasn't really hit the DC area yet.
No, not really.
From what I recall.
No, not really. It hasn't gotten popular yet. There's not been a concept that has taken it to a chain level that I know of. There might be that I just don't know of. Maybe they have a couple locations or something like that. But there are locations. There's one out in Leesburg.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, it's cool. They got a couple really good food stores out there, or like restaurants in the little cafeteria thing. But even they have some struggles. Whenever we were doing bourbon, we actually rented space from them in the back to do our recipe testing. We were testing for probably 3 months, just doing we would have groups of people come in. I would make the drinks, Jazz would make the food, and then we would have people rate it, you know what I'm saying, talk about it. And
when you started doing this, the first 3 months, 2-3 months?
Yeah, this was August.
August, okay.
Maybe July till end of September.
Okay, all right. Before the store opened up.
Before it opened up, yeah. So focus groups and stuff like that.
Nice.
Which is super critical, man. If you can get people together to kind of rate your product and tell you ways to improve it.
I definitely like that concept. I definitely like that concept for especially a new ownership. Yeah. Because you guys really... When I think of Bourbon Kitchen, I'm thinking Louisiana food, which is completely not the case, correct?
No, it is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
All right, never mind. Yeah. Jazz, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
No, well, it's Bourbon Bayou Kitchen.
Bayou Kitchen. Okay.
Bourbon Bayou Kitchen. So it is Louisiana food. It's kind of a mix of Cajun, Creole. There's influences from both. We try to, when we came out, we wanted it to satisfy the market, the need for it. So we hit all the classics, the beignets.
Please tell me you got jambalaya.
Jambalaya.
Thank you.
The jambalaya is bussin', man. Shrimp etouffee. Yep. Fried alligator. That's the one that really got us popular.
You got me lost with this shit. Fried alligator. Yeah. Explain that to me.
Fried alligator, man. So it's it tastes like chicken, but it's more savory. A lot of people kind of turn, they kind of unsure about it. It's fire, man. It's so good. And you wouldn't even know it was gator unless somebody told you. That's what I always tell people. And there's people that are skittish about it. I'm like, do you like chicken? I love chicken. I'm like, I kind of want to be toxic and just give you gator and tell you it's chicken. And then have you expose yourself. No, so it's fire, man. It's so good. So we would actually get that from New Orleans.
Of course.
And we would get it, that's the only thing on the menu that's frozen because it has to get here from New Orleans.
Okay.
So it comes in dry ice boxes and all this kind of stuff. When it gets here, it's cold as hell, frozen. So that's the only thing that was frozen. But there was a whole article on us about the gator stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've never had gator. It's definitely gonna be. I definitely gotta come out to that restaurant because it's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
Not going to be. It is fire from what I'm hearing from all my a lot of my friends have said about this this place. And I'm like, all right, cool, bet. I really thought I was I know you're an owner, but on your Instagram, I was ain't nothing saying it. I was like, this is gonna be interesting. So the jambalaya fire, you got the gator that's fire.
Yep.
In terms of the restaurant, and I know you've been doing most of the front of the house. What has been the most complicated thing? Was it finding location? Was it finding staff? What was the most complicated thing?
100% people.
People? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a problem. So I'm actually removed from day to day with them since I'm working on the next next concept. And there's still an issue with finding good people that will stay. So we found a GM, it didn't work out. It wasn't a good fit. You know what I'm saying? We've been through 2 GMs now at this point, and it's just finding good people and, the grit that it takes to open a restaurant. You need a lot of experience, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of patience and a lot of time.
Yes.
And so one of the issues we were running into is just people have kids, you know what I'm saying, and nothing wrong with having kids.
No.
It's just that, you got to got to be a parent eventually.
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 I mean, I feel like serving or being in a restaurant is like college that you never graduate from.
Oh yeah.
Because it's always a fucking party. It's always a fucking party.
It's endless, man, and that's why it could get toxic. It can get out of hand.
It can get crazy fast.
Yeah, it can get out of hand, and it's like it's the culture, man. When you have crazy shifts and everything goes like it's insane. Like y'all got so busy, everybody got hit. Like all anybody wants to do after we just
Drinks.
we got everybody lit. You watch people get lit off the shit that you were making for them and all this kind of stuff, and then now you're like, like I'm so tired, and I'm like depressed about that. So let's all go out to drink, and you spend like 30% of the money we just made.
Yeah, like my biggest factor, like when I worked at BJ's, was that BJ's in Gainesville. You ever been there?
Nah, my boy was up there for a minute though.
Who?
I'm spacing. Nah, he's on the one. There's one that just opened in Tyson's, right?
Yeah, there's one in the Tyson's is like on the second or third level.
That just opened, right?
Nah, that had opened up years ago, like a couple years back.
Huh. I don't know what I'm thinking.
No worries, man.
Yeah. I'm spacing out on his name too.
Nah, the time lapse.
Q Quinn, that's his name.
Nah, never met him.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it's been like freaking 6 years since I've been in there. But anyway, the one thing I realized that I did wrong at BJ's was that I'll get done with my shift. I'll make dumb money there.
Yeah.
Probably $250.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be everybody's like, you want to go to the bar? It'll be Bar Louie right down the street.
It's over.
And it's like,
and they know
FOMO.
You too, yeah.
FOMO. It's fear of missing out. It's just really like, you don't want to drink, and you don't want to drink. You don't hear the stories, and it's a whole catch up for a whole another week.
It's everything, bro. And it's like if you miss those sessions, like your chemistry is not as good like when you're actually in the restaurant either.
Nah.
So like to an extent, it's kind of important. You don't really want to miss out on it. So.
Hold on real quick.
You good?
Nah, it's nothing too serious real quick. I just got I looked at my phone card. I was about to do some questions really quick, and then the job, I still haven't answered my job Slack message.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna hit her back. That's my boss. She don't know I'm doing this, so it's straight. No, I'm not even supposed to be on clock. I'm not even on clock right now.
Oh, straight up.
No, I'm straight. It's just like
appearances,
it's appearances, and I've never really But anyway, nah, man. Like I think that you're right though. As in restaurant business, and that's so unprofessional. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good, man.
But in the restaurant business, it's really hard to balance.
Yeah.
It's really hard to balance fun, and then balance like responsibilities.
Stuff. Yeah.
You got kids, and then you out. I always felt bad for the parents that had to work till 2 a.m. and they don't see their kids.
Yeah.
And then they got to work a Saturday morning shift,
Yep.
which is at 10, and the kid wakes them up at 7 or 8.
So the solution, man, is really just more people. But again, that's hard to find. Most people that are really good at being in the industry have been at the same place for a long time, and they're not leaving.
Mm-hmm.
They got a setup there. They got a system. They're respected. They have flexibility because of their tenure. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's hard to get them, to come work at your place. So until then, you got to run lean, which means you running lean, you don't have enough people. Everybody's doing everything.
Yep.
So it's hard to really make that happen.
Yep.
But, it's all about the design.
Oh, it's all about the design. All right. Now, this section of the podcast is called Pod Decks. So I have I have a deck of questions.
Okay.
I have not seen before.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you select 3 categories. I'm gonna give you 4. You can select like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Up to you, man.
Okay.
I have the hustle. I have philosophy. I have. Are you a movie head?
I love movies.
I got movie night, and I have foodie. Which 3 you want?
Damn, that's a hard lineup. The first one was what? Hustle.
Hustle.
So it's hustle.
Yep.
Philosophy.
Yep.
Movie night.
Yep.
And
foodie.
And foodie. I gotta pick 3. I'll do philosophy.
Okay.
I'll do philosophy, hustle, and
we've been talking about food tonight. You want to do movie?
Let's do movies.
Yeah, let's do movies.
movies.
Let's do movies and start switch it up real quick. Have you ever snuck into a movie theater without paying?
Hell yeah.
Which one?
I snuck into Alamo Draft House and One Loudon. I snuck into, because it would be easy. Like, we would come out of a movie in a massive crowd and just,
you did like
and
that.
Just dip out. We're just roll into the next one. That's it.
Oh, you did that. See, I've done it before, but I did it in a slick way. So me and my wife, we went to movies. I think it was John Wick 2.
That movie was fire.
Fire. The whole series fire.
It was fire.
Whole series. The third one lost me a little bit, but the whole series fire.
Yeah.
We had a rain check right before the movie started because something happened with family.
Yeah.
So we had this rain check ticket, right? And we never really used the rain check ticket all summer. So at Gainesville at the time when Gainesville first opened up in Regal,
Yep.
they would do two things. The front area would be, it's like Potomac Mills. They have the front area of where you can get your tickets, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Inside you can get your tickets through the computers.
Yeah.
And then there's someone's checking at the door.
They got the little thingies.
Yeah. They got someone checking at the door for your ticket stub, right? The key thing was to go to the movie theaters on Wednesday, Thursday night, because by 8 o'clock there'll be no one waiting to check your ticket at the door.
Yeah.
So me and my wife will just slide in, get our popcorn, go to the movie, and we'll just have the free ticket thing on our phone. Just we don't know where this is.
Yeah,
we did that all summer.
I was about to say that's like a regular thing now.
Yeah, we did that all fucking summer.
They want you to go in at that time and do that. It's exactly what they want.
It was like, oh man, this is perfect. Like, why the hell would I be doing this?
They would schedule somebody if they didn't want it to be.
Nah, like I was like, oh, like me and my wife would be like, we'll like one of us would be in line. It's like, I go look at the doors. One of us look at the doors. Like, someone's like, all right, we gotta get tickets. And then if someone wasn't there, it's like, nah, door coast clear. I'm like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
We hurried the joint up and we right into
light.
Oh man, it was life.
It's light.
The times of moving into the movie theaters like that. You can't, like, I really don't think they do that anymore.
There's almost no reason to, man. If you got like a Netflix, Prime, like if you got the subscriptions, there's enough good movies to watch. Like
I don't really wait. Like I really haven't gone to the movie theaters for anything. I'm a big Marvel fan too.
Ooh.
I haven't gone to the movie theaters for Spider-Man 3.
How do you feel about Moon Knight?
I love Moon Knight.
Moon Knight was hard. It was a little dark. I liked it.
Oh my, episodes 4 and 5.
What happened in those episodes? 4 or 5?
4 is when
Is that when he gets locked out?
4 is in the boat. No, it goes up to 6, right?
Yeah.
So I think 5 he's in the boat and he's learning by himself.
Oh yeah.
6 is how he comes back.
That shit was trippy. The last episode.
The
last 2 episodes. I like that. The little mindfuck.
And then I realized, because he was there, Jake was there all along.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that till the coffin in 5.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, no. The first flashback in episode 1, then the second flashback happened. Jake was in the first episode, he was in the 4th episode, and he was in the last episode. He wasn't in episodes 2 and 3, I think.
No.
If I confirm my Marvel theories correctly.
Yeah.
He wasn't in 2 and 3, but he was in 1, 4.
That's the Boston dude, right?
Yeah.
The Boston personality?
The Boston personality.
Yeah.
The one that
he didn't even like really make an appearance. Like we only like came in after he fucked shit up.
Yeah.
And it was like, what just happened? And then nobody knew.
Yeah. It was so interesting when the guy said, he's like, yo, was that you? He was like, that wasn't me, mate. And I was like, damn. Like when both of them don't know, it's kind of weird.
I was shook.
It was shook. But I love Moon Knight. I'm upset about Blade not coming out to like 2024.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I'm upset about Blade not being R-rated.
Yeah. I didn't even know Blade was like part of the MCU. I didn't know that.
It's complicated. So Blade, yes, he's MCU. He's the vampire slayer of the MCU.
Yeah.
In comparison to Morbius, who is the vampire of the MCU.
Yeah.
Blade's stories don't necessarily run congruent with a lot of other people's stuff.
Yeah.
Besides Midnight Suns.
Okay.
Midnight Suns is Punisher, Ghost Rider, Moon Knight, and that's why I was like, I feel like Blade's gonna come in at Moon Knight, and nah, he didn't show up. I thought, and then Blade showed up in Eternals.
Yeah,
I didn't watch Eternals. I just watched the extra clip on YouTube, and I was like, all right, I'm good. Like,
Eternals was hard too.
It was.
Eternals was hard. It was probably like 10% weaker than it could have been.
See,
like they could have went more crazy with it.
I'm more the lines of I liked. Freaking, I was a little bit scared because after Endgame I was like, what else is going to be like?
Oh yeah,
like it was really that gray area for me.
Bro, they have so much content. People don't even know. Like they had to keep what's his name? Wow, Stan Lee.
Oh yeah.
So they had to keep the rights to a lot of these characters. like the copyrights and stuff like that, he had to keep refreshing their stories.
Yes.
So ended up being like 90 to 100.
Yeah, there's
like,
different ways it's weaved in. Like there's one story about Black Panther and Mary Storm. Like there's so much stuff that they left out of the whole Civil War Endgame situation.
It's too much. Yeah.
It was too much. Like it really could have lasted about 2 or 3 more episodes if it really wanted to be like that. But nah, like everything else after Endgame, I really haven't watched. I haven't watched Spider-Man. I already knew what Spider-Man was going to be about. It was a multiverse. It was going to be like that.
Spider-Man is gas. I just watched Doctor Strange again. The multiverse stuff is...
I haven't watched Doctor Strange.
It's good.
I know that one's good. I'm definitely watching Thor in theaters.
Thor, that's going to be fire too.
Thor's fire. Fire.
It's the comic relief of Thor is...
Oh my God, yes. I'm trying to think about something else. Every TV show Marvel has put out is probably better than in the last 2 years. It's probably better than the movies besides Spider-Man and Doctor Strange.
That's a hot take.
I would definitely die on this hill.
That's a hot take.
Loki's
gas.
Loki gas. All right. Marvel Moon Knight.
I mean,
gas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sleeper. Hawkeye.
Bro, I'm surprised you didn't say what's it called? What's her name? The witch.
You know that was the one I didn't watch.
The show?
The show I did not watch. That's the one,
bro.
That's the one. But you saying that I put that in
That
there?
shit is crazy
You saying that's fire? That's 4.
It's because like her magic is OD.
Yeah.
And when you see, okay, so you haven't seen the show. You got to watch the show before you watch Doctor Strange.
Show before Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, you watch the show. Like her powers are stupid, and it just gets dumb.
Cool.
It makes a bunch of sense for the movie. Doctor Strange.
All right. I got one more movie. Then we got to push it. We got 10 minutes left. We got to push it.
What we got left?
What's your favorite snack in the movie theater besides popcorn?
Raisinets.
Interesting.
Raisinets and popcorn. I'm telling y'all right now. My girl put me on.
Hey, Skittles and popcorn.
Skittles and popcorn?
Skittles and popcorn.
That sounds wild.
Skittles and popcorn. It's a sleep. I'm telling y'all, it's a sleep.
You trying to taste the rainbow, huh? That's crazy.
I had a dirty joke I could have said. I'm not gonna do it because I ain't trying to get banned by these women.
No, we don't need that.
No, I don't need that. I don't know. What's your favorite comedy movie all time?
Favorite comedy movie all time? Yes. Beverly Hills Cop.
Yo.
Beverly Hills Cop. That's on.
Yo.
That. It's the Eddie Murphy one.
Yeah.
Fire. The whole series really, but the first.
Didn't
one.
it go up to 4? No, it went up to 3.
It went up to 3. I think they were gonna do a 4th.
They were gonna do a 4th. The third one didn't hit me as hard, but
either Beverly Hills Cop or Coming to America. I love Eddie Murphy, bro. Coming to America, comedy movie all time.
All time, I would definitely put Beverly Hill.
Yeah, what you got?
Beverly Hill. My runner up. Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights is gas.
Harlem Nights. I would not be mad if they redid Harlem Nights. I would not. If they did it right with the right comics.
That's the thing.
It has to be the right comics.
It has to be the right comics.
I don't think Kevin Hart should be a lead. I think he should be a supporting cast in that. That's my other hot take. Because of the fact...
He's actually not a great lead if you think about it.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
There's not enough depth to his acting, but like his comic relief is insane.
His comic relief is insane. Like
yeah.
I'm really thinking about like he could be the Red Fox of that movie. I'm just trying to figure out. I really think in Harlem Nights, Eddie Murphy should be coming back, and I think someone should be playing the same thing with Coming to America. Someone should be playing his son.
Yep.
And he's showing them up the ranks on that side.
Yep.
Probably like 40s, 50s around that time and doing that stuff.
Yeah.
But that's the only one I think they should redo out of Eddie Murphy. They should not redo Life. Period.
No.
Life is solidified gold. You can't touch it.
And I was actually just reading an article on him because I'm like he was my favorite comic growing up, and like now
I'm assuming you've seen
nowhere.
like Delirious and Raw.
Yeah, are you kidding me? I grew up on that shit. I shouldn't have.
Yeah,
probably.
When Netflix had it back in the day, you could watch it at night. Oh my god,
it was over, man. The scary part about that is I would try to show it to people and like it wouldn't hit them as hard.
Every time I watch those comedy shows, it really takes me back in that time, like how Miss T was, Michael Jackson, all that stuff. Let's get into another one. The hustle.
Let's get it.
What kind of shower ideas do you get? Everyone got ideas in the shower.
I get a lot of business ideas in the shower. Business and like motivation ideas. like different ways to like hack myself to be motivated to do things. Because like I get my ADHD is big sometimes, and I can't stay motivated to complete tasks. So sometimes I have to spend time thinking about that. Also just businesses, like ways to refine stuff like that are already in the world.
Nice. What is the smartest investment you ever made?
Smartest investment I ever made. Just like on the books?
Anything. Could be the investment that you just recently put in your life about these other businesses.
That's tough.
It could be a lot of things. What the smartest investment of?
Smartest investment I ever made. It's gonna sound weird, but my smartest investment I ever made, I think, was not caring what people thought about my journey. I had to invest in that mentality, like in that idea, because it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? Like we seek validation. We're social creatures. We seek approval from the people around us. So it's like I had to actively invest in not caring what people thought about the way that I was walking my life. You know what I mean?
That's a fire take, bro.
Yeah.
I need a fire. I need some fire now. You got me thinking about that. You got me thinking. You said philosophy for the last one, right?
Yeah, I love philosophy.
All right, philosophy last one. I'm gonna do one in this. What is the biggest threat to humanity? Humanity, if I pronounce it.
The biggest threat to humanity is the ego. Yeah, the ego for sure. I think like people can't see outside of themselves, and I don't think people realize, like myself included, how much ego runs your life and the way that you spend your time. You spend too much time being like guided and led by your ego. I feel like one day you wake up and you don't recognize what's around you because ego created all this. Ego put you in this situation. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, ego has driven a lot of things. I think ego has driven a lot of stuff, like the war that's been going on in Europe, amongst other things. That's not a main reason, but it's just like ego kills and affects a lot of things in humanity that a lot of people don't understand. I definitely like that take, bro. I definitely like that take.
That's a good one. Don't Look Up. I just watched that movie.
Oh, my.
I haven't seen it. I hadn't seen it.
Oh, my God.
That's a perfect example of how ego literally...
Oh, no, it's not going to happen. Yeah. Oh, no, we don't believe you.
Yeah, no. Oh, no, we're good. Let's sit on it, you know?
We're going to just think about this really quick. No, like...
It's a perfect... Every single thing, bro. Like, every person they told that the world was going to end, and it was like... Everybody was like, oh, but, like, what about my meeting that I have tomorrow? People are so consumed, bro, in their self.
The casting was perfect.
The casting was gas. I mean, they had an A-list. You know, Leo is in my top 3, and he's not 3. Leonardo DiCaprio, top 3, and he's not 3. He's a great actor, bro. Method actor all the way.
All right, I'm gonna answer that top 3, and then we got one last question. I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna leave that philosophy one that right there.
Yeah.
I think Leo's my number 1 because of the fact Django is my favorite movie. He was fire in Django. That's the movie that got me with him too. He was fire in Django. What's another one?
I was just watching this video about how it was hard for him to say the N-word.
Yeah, and Samuel Jackson, he was like, just say it, nigga.
He was like, you see me, motherfucker? I don't give a fuck. I don't fuck about you. I don't fuck about you. Like
Samuel Jackson should have got Best Supporting Actor award for the house. House nigga.
For a house nigga, bro. He was the best house nigga I ever seen.
They could not do that at the Oscars.
Oh, hell no. Bro, and the crazy part about Sam is that he didn't start his career in acting or like get popular until he was like 37 or some shit like that.
Morgan Freeman was the same way. Morgan Freeman was like in his 30s. Morgan Freeman's been old since we've been watching.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So for all of us that feel like we ain't got shit figured out, are we stressed about it?
Nah.
You got time, bro.
Nah. But yeah, Leo's number 1. I definitely say that. Yeah, just off Django alone. Like, I'm not even, like, referencing anything else. Don't Look Up. The one he did with Tom... Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can.
That's a low-key fire movie.
Yeah.
Low-key. The one he was just a rebel back in the 1800s, and he had to find the guy that killed his boy.
Was Revenant one of his movies?
Revenant. Yeah.
That was it, right?
Yeah, he won the best actor for that one, which I think was shit.
was insane.
But man. Revenant... It just only had like 165 words he ever said. Once the man went into a actual horse, if y'all have not seen this movie,
that shit was disgusting.
He deserves best actor for that method alone.
Gatsby, another fire one.
Gatsby was fire. I did not like who they put as the supporting guy, the former Spider-Man.
The second one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's cool.
I think Tom. You know what's funny? I think they did Gatsby too early. I think they would.
Yeah.
If they did it now with Tom Holland, it'd be a lot better.
Oh,
I think with Tom.
Tom
I'm telling you.
Tom Holland is that dude.
He's
man.
that dude. I cannot. Did that movie with him, and the one that he does that.
The exploring one that just came out? I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't seen it either. All right. Last question. We're at the 58-minute mark. We're about to go over, but it's okay. Don't matter.
Let's get it. We have
the last question is actually alley-oop to myself, but you get to ask the question. You get to. It's called the alley-oop. You get to ask one question that I have to answer. I'll let you know I've answered it before.
Okay.
Go.
All right. Okay. How will you know?
Mm-hmm.
How will you know that the podcast has done its job?
That's a good one, bro. I think it already has. I don't think I know. I know it already has.
Yeah.
I know that with me taking this little break, everybody kept on asking me, yo, when the next one coming out? When the next one coming out?
Yeah.
Yo, can I be on? Can I do this? Can I do that? That's how I know it's successful to me. It's not about the money right now. It's never been about the money for me. Money don't move me. I've seen money come, money go.
Goes, bro, yeah.
I've been a bank teller. I seen a vault $1 million. Trust me, I've been sick.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
So it's a lot of money. Trust me. You thought you going dumb in the restaurant industry. I was planning my whole, what's it called, den of thieves situation in the bank, bro. Like, trust me, it was not like that. But I think it's successful because of how many people I asked, how many people are intrigued by the stories and the people I'm bringing on to the show.
That's dope, man.
And I think it's going to be one of the staples in the DMV because I want to be that podcast in the DMV because there's not one out here that is toppling like that. And that does not mean to all my podcasters I'm partnered up with or I've done shows with, I know y'all going to be in the same lanes with me. I respect y'all in y'all lanes.
Hell yeah.
But this is a horse race.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
The fastest horse wins.
That's it. It's a good time. I mean, that means that pretty much like the podcast is living rent free in people's heads, and that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
And
that's all.
They turn to it. It does something for them, and that's awesome. I hope this episode could do that for some
Oh
people.
man, with the amount of sound bites we have from here, the little jingle that we had too, it's been a pleasure, man. Glad to meet you, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Hey, thank you, man. Have fun in DC. It's been the Dreams Not Fame podcast. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Peace.
Jordan, open! I got 2 twin Glocks strapped to my hip. One for the ops, one for the devil. Got the drip on me, and she take a sip. Doing shit you never see, like a dream of crib. Got a shorty in the club, going dumb. Pour another drink from the night to the one. Party all night, getting lit to the sun. Doing shit for fun, throw another one. Ay, I got 2 twin